Hello there, Akko here again. Welcome to episode 22, I think, 22, yeah, of my Ultimate Feed the Beast Let's Play. And we're back at the house after our little journey into the end yesterday. A couple of things I want to get through today. Done a little bit more Farmcraft research. I don't know if I mentioned this on yesterday's video. I've researched the axe of the stream, which I've not made yet. And some tallow golems, which I've not made yet. Now, I've not made them for a reason. It's because if you look down there, there's some slams down there. I'll go get them in a minute. I'm quarrying under my base, like I said I would. Ready to make a basement for all the bee stuff. And I'm going to put the steam boiler in the basement as well. It's a good place for a steam boiler. So, because I've only got one layer of floor, I've got no heat source on my crucible at the minute, so I've not made anything that I've researched. But I've researched couple more things. Let's have a quick look. So axe of the stream I've researched, which I like a lot. It's a very nice tool. I need to get the Hove growth as well, which is also pretty cool. You can insta grow the silverwood trees with that. And tallow golem. They're alright for putting water in your crucible and running your alembics, emptying your alembics into. They'll be emptying them into that chest. What they'll be doing. So, some of I've, pardon me, my voice is a bit crackly this morning. But soon as I've got my floor back, I'll be making them. I need to make a new pick of the core as well, and hopefully I'll get repairing all these when I make them. So I get a full set of weapons. I'm gonna go show you under the base in a minute. There's no floor underneath when I did the weld upload, so I'll put a couple of notice boards here just so no one fell down. And so at the minute I've got no water source because I've had to block that up temporarily. And there's some leaky water down there, cool. Something I can show you down there as well. What's nice, another nice thing with the Sword of the Zephyr, which you see I've given a bit of a stupid name. Let's kill all these chumps. What are you doing? It's a bit dark down here, but as it's quarrying, if I put any torches down, they'd just get moved anyway. Sword of the Zephyr, it's AoE. I think it's coronal. It's got a coronal attack, so when you're fighting these little things that break up, it slows them at once. Every time you hear that little whipping noise, that's when it's hitting multiple targets. That's really nice for slams. You can just jump into them really quick and get a lot of slime balls, which is quite nice. One other thing I'll show you. So I'm down at level 20, so I'm nearly done down here. I'll probably put a floor in at level 20, and then I might make this out of the explosion-proof Zycraft bricks at some point and make this into a wither fighting arena down here. So I've got somewhere safe I can fight them. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to get a bit of cobble and block that end up. There's a nice block from Zycraft called Liquid Void, and if you're like me, I like getting rid of all the water in my quarries. It's pretty useful to have when you're down at lava level, because water gets rid of the lava. But I generally like to keep my quarries empty of water. This thing here is called a Liquid Void. I say it's from Zycraft, quite easy to make. Some stone, bucket, some bricks. Bricks are pretty easy to make. And what you can do is, if you want to get rid of a water source, you can just pour your water on top of that. I'll keep getting rid of it. So once you find which water source, which blocks you want rid of, you can actually just keep getting rid of them real quick. Because normally when you do this, you have to go and deal with the water you're picking up as well. It's just real nice to have, for me anyway, I find it real nice to have a way of getting rid of the water real nice and quick. So I'm just going to keep dicking about and doing that a sec. I was talking with the guys I'll play on the main server with. I've been watching Parmar's Let's Mod series, and as I mentioned before, I've done a bit of coding in my life, even though I'm really bad at it. So I was thinking maybe having a crack at a Minecraft mod at some point. And the mod I was thinking of was maybe an add-on for the Buildcraft quarries that can deal with water and lava and stuff. Well, I doubt I'll ever get around to doing it. I'm very lazy. And very lazy and a bad coder. Add them together. Can't see me ever making anything, to be honest. So yeah, that gets rid of your water real nice and quick, which I quite like, but most people probably aren't bothered with. I know a lot of people actually fill the quarries with water just because the lights are often full of water. Each their own. I'm just going to sleep real quick. The thing that I made yesterday, the Wraith's Eye, I checked on the wiki again, and actually right underneath where it said that it needs ender pearls, it also said it doesn't work cross-dimensional, which is why I couldn't get back out the end. Someone also said in the comments, sorry I forgot who it was, but thanks for the tip, that depending on distance it can take more than one ender pearl, so you want to make sure you're carrying a few ender pearls with you. And something else I noticed as well, if you look at the recipe in this, the salamander's eye that goes into it, it puts out fires if you've got it on you. Dispels blaze fireballs, reflects gas fireballs while held, puts out fires. Apparently when that goes into the Wraith's Eye, it keeps those properties as well, so having this on your bar should put fires out on you as well, which I suppose I could test. Should we go test that real quick? Let's set myself on fire. This could end badly, but like that, that'll do. Well, I seem to be burning still. It's on my bar, so I don't quite believe that. Unless I had to put it on my bar. No, well, I don't believe that then. The fire's not going out. Or is it going out quicker than it usually would? Let's have a look. Right, am I burning longer? No, same. It felt the same to me anyway, so I don't know if that does anything. I just thought I'd mention it. Now, I just want to cover bees a little bit real quick, even though I mention it every episode. I don't want to do too much bee stuff. Let me just get rid of some of this stuff here. Slam balls go in there. That bow can go in the void. And cobble and bone can go in there. And sand can go into the electrolyzer. Now I'm still making silicon cells for the solar panels. I'll get back to that in a minute, just when I've covered this bee thing real quick. Put them back in there. The reason why I wanted the ender bee was to get, was it arcane bee? Let's have a look in here real quick. It was, yep, no, what was it? Mysterious, esoteric. Well, that's weird because I've actually made that bee, and it's saying that I haven't. Oh, it's maybe because I've not actually. Okay, I've made the bee, but I've not actually bred any ender bees because you need a dragon egg for that. I can tamper it so they don't need flowers, but because I've not actually bred any ender bees, that's not there. But that's an ender bee. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. I thought it'd automatically put it in if you used it for breeding, but it clearly doesn't. So that allowed me to make mysterious. So then I made arcane, and I already had the bees for aware, the demonic and the Edenic. So what they're letting me do is, oops, there should be another bee on there, but maybe I haven't finished. Is I put a little secret door here, because why not? I like, let me out it. I just like them secret doors. Above my breeding alvery up here, because for this bee it needs to be near a node. And oh, that was it, yeah. My bad. I've not actually bred the bee yet. sodding thing. I think that's what's in here. Yep, the bee that I were queen was asking for jungle flowers, which I didn't have, so I just used my non-pollination serum, and now she can work with no flowers. So that queen there is a combination of an arcane and an aware, even though it says aware there. Once that breeds out, I'll just change the flowers there so it doesn't require any flowers. So now she'll happily sit up on top of that tree where there's no flowers nearby. And that should give me a VB, which is getting quite high up in the thalmic bee stuff. I can't make a start bee yet because I need a Valiant, and I've not been lucky enough to get one from the halves that I've broken. A Valiant bee is it can be found in any natural hive. I'm making a right cock of this, aren't I? Fucking thing. A Valiant can be found in any hive, and I was hoping some of the ones that my quarry's gone through might have got me hive bee, but they haven't. That's good to know. If you're into bees, the ME terminal, you can stack your princesses, which is pretty cool. As soon as you take them out of there, of course, they unstack, but when they're in there, they stack up, which is nice. I was hoping for a Valiant in here, but I might have to go hunting with a scoop and brick a load of hives in the world till I get a Valiant. That's going to be holding me back soon. So I've got another iridium from the quarry, which is cool. Iridium ore, I think the setting is average 1 in every 8 chunks, is it? I'm doing a 9 chunk quarry here, so I should have got one, which I have. I think that's right. I might be wrong there. I don't quite remember. Okay, let's get onto the solar panels. I showed you yesterday. I was making them in here. I've used the redstone golden chipsets as the alternate to the electronic circuits because, as I've mentioned before, they're real cheap. It's just one bit of redstone, one golden ingot. The only problem is they take a lot of time. I've put a few stacks in there, so I've actually got a bit of a surplus of them to use in other stuff. So if you look at the recipe for that, carbon plate's pretty straightforward. That's just coal compressed and fiddled about with. Glass plane, straightforward. So the redstone chipset is the one I found cheapest out of the options you can use there. And generators are pretty straightforward. It's just iron furnace, refined iron, RE battery. Iron furnace is just, I use that recipe myself. It's a bit cheaper on iron. So that lets you make solar panels, which I keep making more as I get more silicon plates out of there. Let's just stick them in there, and let's just recycle our empty cells. There we go. Oops. And why not? Let's stick some more sand in there while we're doing it. Doop. And we can just put them spare cells in there for now. I've got plenty of spare cells in there as well. Bit of a mess in there, I need to sort that out. And I'll do that at some point. I've got there's another 6. So the pattern I'm doing here is, apparently I'd like to actually put 8x8, so I've got 64 up there. But if you put glass fibre cables crossing each other, it can be a cause of lag, so you better have putting them in straight lines. And to do that, you can create this pattern of 6 rows of solar panels having middle row stacked higher. So I thought I'd do that. So keep it efficient, you know. So there'll be 6 8s up there. So 48. So and I'll probably 48 on here, and then 48 on there. And I think next we need to start looking at getting a matter fabricator together. I'd like to get a grinder together as well, but at the minute we're getting enough materials using the thermal expansion stuff, so let's actually have a look at a matter fabricator. I'm going to put the pattern into the fabricator here. Now I don't think I've got anywhere near enough power to actually run one of these at a decent rate. So what do we need here? We need highly advanced machine block. Oops. Didn't want to do that, did I? Highly advanced machine block needs chrome and titanium. Now titanium we can get from our bauxite, chrome we can get from ruby dust. So we're going to have to process some ruby dust, so we need 8 of them. And there we go, it's the dust I'm looking for. And what do we make that in? Electrolyzer, I thought so. So we're going to get some ruby dust. So 9 ruby dust gets us 1 chrome dust. And we need 8, I think. Let's just check. We need 4 of them. Now, I've got some shiny ingots from a couple of chests that I found. Full Satan chipset, easy enough, Lapatron crystal. So we can make the 4 of them we need. The shiny ingots we've got, so we don't actually have to use any iridium plate. It's actually cheaper. I said on my one of my other videos, I did a video on making a fusion reactor, little series, and I find it much cheaper making them, especially when you get platinum bees. It works out a lot cheaper, even if they only get 4. It works out cheaper making them ones. So I can make them. That's good. I can process some bauxite and some. I'll do it the bauxite way. Process some bauxite and some ruby and make them, so that's good. Advanced circuit, diamond, advanced. That's pretty straightforward stuff. They're just circuit and a cable, so I can make them. And Lapatron crystal, we need 1 iridium plate, which is going to need an implosion compressor, right? Of course. And it's going to need 4 iridium. I've only got 3 at the minute, but I can start getting things together. So the one bit of kit we're missing, should I say, from that is the implosion compressor, or as B likes to call it, a complosion compressor, which is a good name for it. So a compressor, we've made them already. They're easy enough. Let's look what options we've got here. Advanced machine block. With some chipset advanced. Okay, so I'm going to cut the camera. I'm going to get one of these made, and I'm going to get all the other bits made, ready to make our matter fabricator, I think. So I shall see you in a bit. And back again for a little bit. My bees did the breeding, and now I've got a V princess and a V drone. What I need to do is I need to up the fertility, which I'll be doing off camera. But it's up the fertility there of both of these. And I can run them a few times, and that'll get me some extra drones. And I can use the drones to try and get the species serum. So I'm just going to put them to one side for now. And where can they go? Let's put them there for now. It's getting a bit busy in there. We need another chest, I think. While I'm over here, you may notice I made this tank as be careful, don't fall down there. I made this tank railcraft iron tank. Now, those aircraft tanks are cool, but if you look at this same size of tank, that one there holds 48 buckets worth, and this one here holds 720 buckets worth. So if you're making bigger tanks, those aircraft ones, there's a break point where aircraft tanks become more efficient. But if you're making just a little tank like this, there's only, I think, them 3 blocks in the middle's worth of liquid in that, whereas this one takes into account all the blocks that the thing's made of for liquid. So I found that's a big enough tank to run a boiler. You probably wouldn't have a little one, to be honest, but I prefer a railcraft tank for certain stuff. That, to be honest, 48 buckets, I could probably just use the standard, do you know, the Buildcraft 8 things, you know, what they're called, just called tank, them guys. I could probably just use a stack of them, to be honest. Like 4 of them in a row would be a lot more space efficient. If I was making a massive tank, then obviously Zycraft's the way to go. I've come across a problem, which is what I came back on to show you, and I tried electrolyze some bauxite dust, and I've got insufficient energy line. Now, if you look at bauxite dust, what I'm trying to get here is some titanium and some aluminium, because I need some machine casings. For that max energy 128 you would take, it takes 256,000 That's quite a bit. And at the minute, that's a low voltage transformer. This line's only got 32 U a tick going through it. So I think that's what the issue is there. That's why it's showing insufficient energy line. So I thought I could pull these apart and change it all around. Or I could make this line medium voltage. Problem with that is, these two are set to take low voltage. But I've got around that by made a couple of these things, transformer upgrades. Now eventually I'll want these running on 512, so it's no big deal having to make a couple of these now. So I made a couple of these things. The second MV transformer, they're a little bit more expensive than just transforming your power down, but I prefer to run my machines at the max capacity. Now the induction furnace cannot be upgraded, that's got no slots there, but that can take medium voltage. You can see that's an MV transformer, and that's actually taking medium voltage in there. These guys take 32 standard, and you need one transformer upgrade per level you upgrade. So if I want this to take 512, I need two of them in there. No, I've got one of each of them in there. I can get rid of that LV transformer, and nothing should blow up. Nothing should blow up if I up this line. There we go. So this line's now medium voltage, and in theory that should start working. Now it'll say it'll keep that until it's completed a cycle, I think. That's the way it works. That should be going up. I think it is, yeah. So we've solved that problem. So a little problem you may run into. Now this machine takes 128, and because that was low voltage before, I had a little convoluted wiring setup going on here, but now I can just tie that up a bit, fall into the hole, try and save on my glass fibre because it's quite expensive. And I want that one back as well. Come here, you. So now that's 128. I can actually just run that straight to it, like so. And I'll just cover that hole in the floor before I fall down it. So I want a couple of red, a bit of black. So I'll have to cut again because I ain't got the materials to make the machine casings yet. Now I've had to look on the wiki for the machine casings because Greg don't actually tell you. Well, he kinda does, but he tells you once you've made the actual block. So I've actually got the stuff ready for the block, so I might as well make that. So the implosion compressor. I tried these steel machine hulls, which I've not really used before. So they actually seem cheaper. You make these machine parts, which is 4 refined iron, and I used 5 of the redstone golden circuits. That gives me 16 of them. And then to make the machine hull, you just surround them with steel. So steel, of course, is just iron that's been processed through the blast furnace over there. So it's quite cheap. That got me 2 of these machine hulls, which go there and there. I made a compressor, straightforward basic recipe, goes in there. And what else do we have? Circuits that can be substituted for the redstones, and then advanced alloys, which I believe I had some cooking, and they're in there. There we go. So there's our complosion compressor, like so. Now if we place that down, now this is, I'm going to have to pick this back up anyway, because like this multi-block, it sits on the front, the implosion compressor, I'm saying it all wrong now, by mistake. This actually sits on top of the blocks, so I want the blocks underneath there, which kind of messes your system up if you've got a nice tidy set of floors. It kind of shows you there what you need. So as opposed to that one you can see the actual machine blocks on the side there. This one, it's machine blocks on top, so that's 1, 2, 3, and then top, and it shows you different colours are implying different types of machine casing. Now I know from making these previously, the light ones are your standard casings, so we need 8 standard casings, and the dark ones are the reinforced casings, so we need 16 of them. So I'll be going to get on making them, and once I've got all them made, I should be back and we'll put that thing together. We still haven't got, what have we got? We've not set up no industrial TNT manufacture yet, which is something else we're going to have to get on with as well. So I'm back in a bit. Hello again, and we're back. I think I've got everything I need to make my casings. Now what I've done here is, I think I said the math wrong last time anyway, it's 5, 10, 18 of them, so we need to make 20 of them, so we'll have 2 spare. We need 8 of them, and we had 2 spare, we've got 2 up there, so I'm going to swap them 2 standard casings on the blast furnace, so we should have the right amount. So right, I've got everything in there to make the machine casings. I've used these steel machine holes again, and I'm using the pulsating chipsets there. That'll get us 20 of them. Now the only issue I might have here is if this one falls into the lava in there, then the old plan goes to shit and I have to make some more. So come on, don't fall in the lava. Cool, didn't fall in the lava. So we can use them 2 there, and now remember our temperature was 2160 I think, and yeah, 2160, now it's 2200, so that's up the temperature a bit. So tungsten's 2500, so we would need to change 6 of them for the upgraded ones before we can do tungsten. But we don't need tungsten yet. So now we've got enough. Yeah, we've got the right amount actually. It's bang on. So we can break that, and at the minute I'm just going to do this on the surface here, but I will be moving this, and I put one in the wrong place already. These things you can just break with a pick. They don't need to be broken with Omni wrench or anything, so you're safe to just smash them. Now this is the pattern we need. So you need 4 standards in the corners, and you need a ring of reinforced, and you need your 4 standards in the corners again, and then finish it off reinforced. What you kind of got is like, it's like a package with I suppose like a present with a reinforced centre with just little bits on the corners that don't need to be as reinforced. I suppose that's his logic behind it. And now that goes on the top, we've got a green light there, so we know it's right. So we've got no incomplete machine casing. The green light indicates that we're all set up right. So now with some industrial TNT and some iridium ingot, yeah, iridium, what's this stuff called? That's the only thing you can't search in there because it just searches up there. Let's look at this way. That's the thing we need, iridium alloy ingot, which is made using 4 iridium. Oh, I've got an invisible type of ingot there as well. Need to check my texture pack. So there's 2 different IDs for iridium now as well. Interesting. So I wonder if there's a different recipe that I don't know about. So that was the 16 one. And there doesn't seem to be any recipe for the other one. Okay. Okay, no worries. Yeah, so we need to make one of them. So that's just advanced alloy diamond dust. Diamond dust, I'm just going to have to pulverise a diamond. We can do that real quick. And let's actually get ourselves 4 of them. And let's compress them 3. So they're going to the compressor. 1, 2, 3. And as soon as we get a fourth one, we've got everything we need now. That diamond dust that we pulverised has gone into there. And this is a rolling machine recipe. So I think they go in the corners. No, I've done that wrong, haven't I? They go in the corners. So one more diamond, one more iridium ingot, and we can make our first iridium alloy ingot, and then that goes in the implosion compressor, and it can be made into our first iridium plate. There's the recipe for that, and that only takes 32 of you a tick, if you notice there. So we need to use the where's it gone? We need to use this LV transformer that we made, that we took off from there. So I'll probably actually they're LV. I can just run it straight from them. The solar panels put out LV power. I can just run straight from there, I think. I'll double check that before I make it. Okay, so that's probably going to be it for this episode. Oh, one thing we can make. So we can't make everything yet for the matter fabricator, but one thing we can make is the energy flow some things. So real quick, just gonna make 6 of them. Something I should have mentioned actually in the first video is the pocket crafting table. There's been quite a few comments on the first video. What is it? It's I should have explained it a lot longer ago, to be honest. Crafting table and a stick. Makes your pocket crafting table. Once you've got it in your inventory, if you press C, it makes these 9 blocks into a crafting square. Whatever you craft goes into there. And there's a couple of hotkeys for it. A couple of good things. If you shift left click, it puts things into it, or takes things out of it, depending where they are in your inventory. So you can just get things in and out real quick. The X button will just clear that square out, so it just tidies it real quick. The C button, let me just get a stack of something nice and quick. There we go. The C button, once you've opened it, will spread things around in a square, which is kind of nice. And then the B button evens things out, which is also kind of nice. The C button's got one more function as well, but I'd need 2 types of ingot for that. So let's do this real quick. Let's just clear that. So if I put a stack there and a stack there, now the C button will spread them out like so. B button can even them. If they're the wrong way, like what we just did in there, add them round a little bit wrong. If you press the C button again, it'll just cycle them round, so you can actually switch which order they're in. So you can put things into a crafting square real nice and quick. So real nice bit of kit. It's the first thing I make. Actually, I made it off camera on the very first video there, in between when I had a little break, a little camera break. So I never actually explained what it was. So episode 22 was a bit late for it, but better late than never, I suppose. So get back to the what we're doing. So I've got some pulsating chipsets in here, some of them shiny ingots I've got from the dungeon chests. We'll put some Lapatron crystals in there. That gets us our 4 energy flow circuits. So what we want to be doing in here really now, spell matter correctly. We'll put that recipe in there. So we've got our 4 energy flow circuits. I need to make a couple of teleporters, which I'll do off camera. Fucking done that again. Need to I've got some titanium cooking with the bauxite, and need to make some chrome, as I said, with ruby dust. And then all we're waiting on then is Lapatron crystals, easy enough, and we're just waiting for that iridium plate, and then we can make a matter fabricator. So that'll be the start of the next episode. So thank you for watching. I hope it was informative and entertaining, and I hope you join me next time. Cheers. Bye.